Hey friends, this is the Miss Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead, and today we're making corned beef from scratch. Here are my spices for 4.5 pounds of corned beef, or in this case, venison. We have half a cup of sugar, a teaspoon, this is organic sugar, a teaspoon of molasses, or half a cup of packed brown sugar, 4.25 ounces by weight of coarse pickling salt. This is not iodized. It's you want kosher or coarse pickling. We have 2 tablespoons of pickling spice, a half a teaspoon of juniper berries, 2 cloves of garlic, and 1.5 teaspoons of DQ pink prog powder or pink curing salt. Okay, so this is a 1/2 gallon bottle, and this is what I'm going to use to mix my brine in. Notice I just have a little bit because this is hot water because I want to dissolve the salts and sugars. Okay, so I'm just going to put all my seasonings. I should have picked a shorter bowl, and I'm mixing them in. Now you don't want to put hot water or hot brine on your meat, so that's why we're just mixing all our sugars and stuff in some hot water, and then we're going to top it up with cold. Okay, so here is our 4.5 pounds. Now normally I don't leave the fat on venison, but corned beef just isn't corned beef unless you got a layer of fat, and this will be pickled, so it'll be a whole different ballgame. So these are, what is this section of the deer?
Back straps.
These are the back straps.
Those are the prize.
Oh, the prize. And I'll tell you something, folks. When you have homemade corned beef, and you take this out of the freezer, and you poach it in a little bit of water, and then you slap that on the barbecue with some Mrs. Wolfie's Bold and Sassy barbecue sauce. Oh my goodness, eh dear? Mm-hmm. Okay, you'll see water, ice on top of the jar here. That's because I wanted to make sure the water was cold going in. So, here we go. Here is our brine. And we're just going to pour this all over the meat. Now this has to be completely submerged, and you make sure you swirl the bottom and get all that salt and sugar, and you make sure that your meat is all submerged. You want all that goodness all around there. Now this, folks, I have done this in a crock before, but my crock wasn't big enough for this amount of meat. This is a stainless steel pot. So you can brine in non-reactive metal, which means stainless steel or enamel coated, but never aluminum and never cast iron, okay? So we're just gonna put this like this,
and put that lid on, and
we'll put this on, and this is gonna hold the plate under. You make sure, see, that's beautiful. Perfect. Now, we're going to take this every day out of the fridge, and we're going to turn the meat. Okay? That's going to be our corned beef. And if I get a doe, we're going to have more. Yeah. So this has been in here for over a week. And we're not going to rinse this because we like all the peppercorns and the pickle and all that stuff. This meat is going to stay pink like that. Now, if you wanted to make this into pastrami, folks, you would slow smoke this until the internal temperature of the meat reached 180 degrees. And then you would slice it and freeze it for lunch meat. And we have this on moist. Corned beef ready to go. Now, I made that with venison, but the traditional meat used to make corned beef is beef brisket. So if you want to make a corned beef for St. Patrick's Day, then now is the time to hunt up that beef brisket and make your own corned beef from scratch. This is the Mrs. Wolfie from Our Half Acre Homestead saying I hope you enjoyed this throwback video on making corned beef. Mwah. Take care. God bless.